Hello. Good morning. I have been sort of busy lately, which is why I haven't been here, but I said let me go on and come on and go ahead and go live this Sunday. Down unexpectedly running hot, so I'm not necessarily happy with this phone. It's- Okay, guys. So I wanted to have a discussion with you guys today on protection, and then to also put it out there that I do offer classes that include a lot more in depth information about protection. Okay. So there's a couple of different types of witches that would attack a child. Mainly the reason why they're doing it is because they don't like the mother or the father. And there are some people that no matter how old they get, they somehow try to justify this behavior. Okay, if they don't like you, they'll attack your children. Problem is that it's when they attack, you're not bothering them, right? You're like, whoa, why are you attacking me and I haven't bothered you? So it's kind of like weird. It can be many different reasons: jealousy, just being demonically inclined in general. Can y'all hit the thumbs up for me? Thank you. Jamila love the kids. And it's not right. So let me tell y'all signs that an evil witch is doing stuff to your children. Crying spells out of nowhere, night terrors. Night terrors. Okay, if your child is having night terrors. Sometimes sleepwalking is a demonic attack. Okay, sleepwalking is sometimes demonic. It depends on what is controlling the sleepwalking event. People that can sleepwalk are very special people, but they have to really have people around them that love them. Otherwise, they'll walk off of a bridge. And there's been plenty of people who have done that, and there have been plenty of people that have taken advantage of people that are like that. Okay, so um, a lot of times witches will want to attack your children because they don't like you. That's simple as that. Or either they could be jealous. Yeah, it's jealousy is always in there, but um, there's many different scenarios where that can happen. I remember being attacked by my ex, who's a witch. I remember being attacked by him. Now that I look back at it, when I look at sometimes how the kids were behaving, just some of the odd behavior, like out of nowhere sort of stuff. And you like, what in the world are either speaking certain stuff out of nowhere? It's so disgusting. I think that people like that go to hell. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all, because when they start conjuring spirits on a child, especially a child that's a medium, like that child is gonna have all kinds of fucking spirits that's gonna come to them. I believe that there is a special place in hell for people like that. I do. I'm not even gonna lie to you, because you know, witch being a witch does not make you want to attack children. That's a lie. Okay, we asked Maury for the lie detector test, and that was a lie. We didn't even have to have Maury do a lie detector test. So, and they know that the best way to get to you is through your children. And to be honest with you, some people don't have the ability to attack anybody but children, and there's people that attack children all the time, even their own. So, I've noticed certain things, and You'll even notice certain entities speaking through your child. Like, what the hell? Let me tell you a number one that somebody done cloaked your child with some crap. Why is your child talking like a 45-year-old grown man? With all of the stress of it's like you a child. Children get to run free and be happy. They're children. That's the one time in life. But instead, there's male practitioners. I've seen male and female practitioners that do this. And I believe there's a special place in hell for y'all. I'm not even going to lie to you. I don't have nothing against you. I think that some of the things on the flip side, and you probably like where they send you. It's where you want to go. But on the flip side, perhaps it's teaching that child, but I think that children should be allowed to be children. I don't believe that you should be attacking children. I don't care what you do. And so there are certain spells that I won't do. Like, I will not do miscarriage or abortion spells. I won't do that. And I don't suggest anybody else do. Okay. I would highly advise against that. Okay. Now I know that there's practitioners out there that do that. I don't judge. Now, I have an opinion of doing that, but as far as me judging, that ain't my job. I wouldn't even give myself the fucking stress. That's something that God got to deal with. Okay? That's something that the great mother deals with. Okay? So we ain't got to worry about running around here. That's just like with Christians. You ask them, you say, well, if your God is so powerful, then why he got to send you to be his messenger? Why can't he just send me a direct message, which is usually what God does? So when Christians do stuff like that, they still out of pocket and they out of alignment. They like to avoid their issues and they'll go to church, and instead of talking about what their problem is, they'll be talking to pastor about you, gossiping. And then pastor get involved with the gossiping, and next thing you know, everybody demonic thinking they doing God's work. Y'all, I'm telling y'all about these herbs over here. I got this slippery elm bark. Oh my God. Have y'all ever heard of slippery elm? That's one way slippery elm helps you with people that talk, speak things into existence and just talk more and talk. Backbiting family members. So this slippery elm bark is very, very powerful stuff. I love using it along with my poppy seeds. And guys, we're going to be doing a lot of seed and bean magic around Ostara. We're going to be planting herbs and planting certain. So, oh yeah, we're going to do a lot of stuff. I'm going to do this stuff live. Y'all are going to love it. Y'all are going to love it. Watch. Y'all gonna love it. Y'all are gonna love the whole thing, the herbaliciousness of it. Okay. So that's coming up, but we gotta talk about this right now because I think that it's important for people to understand that yes, people will attack your children. Yes, they will. They will put certain stuff on your children. Because they figure that, especially if you love your children, if people know how much you love your children and they don't like you and they want to get back at you, they'll definitely attack your children and then play dumb. That's why I said you got to protect yourself, okay? And then they'll be at your funeral talking about I just wanted to help her. I was trying to help her. And you were wishing death on her family, stalking her, wishing the worst things to happen to her and her family daily, on a daily basis. And you really, like, spirit always knows. That's why you'll start to feel kind of ill when you go to that person's funeral. If you did somebody wrong, don't you dare go to their funeral. You notice how people that done did you dirty will go to okay, people that have died, their enemies will come to their funeral. Why would you come to this person's funeral? For what? What are you doing? So it's like, Anyway, you guys, so we're going to have all of that. We're going to do a lot of seed work. Okay. We're going to we're going to plant some seeds and stuff. Okay. And that's going to be a lot of fun. Okay, that's going to be a lot of fun to do that. But I feel like right now we do need to focus on protection. Now, let me tell you one way of protecting. Hold on a minute, you guys. Hold on. Yes, sweetie. That okay. Okay. You want to watch cartoon? Do you want to watch cartoons or do you want to play on the computer? Oh, he doesn't know, y'all. Sorry. Sorry. We actually just kind of, no, I've been up for about an hour or so, though. I get up real early now. Anyway, I can't spend a lot of energy on this because I got a class that I got to do. Well, not a class, I've got to do a reading. I'm not starting any classes until the second week of March. Okay, so if you guys are signing up for classes, you have to wait until at least the second week of March. And I'm going to have you guys like in rotation. I will be floating around. I just ask that you make sure that you schedule your classes on the link and that you kind of follow up with me maybe a few hours before or like the day before you're starting class to let me know if you've received your materials in the mail and stuff like that, or just to update me. Okay. And anytime you guys have to reschedule, all you have to do is call. You don't have to feel bad about rescheduling. I noticed that these entities really got people controlled. It's all about divine timing. You don't have to stress yourself about that. You know what I'm saying? And so yeah, I've gotta do the I do this reading. Everybody is required to have this reading. You have to purchase it before you can start your classes. Even if you pay for your classes. Thank you, sweetie. Thank you, sweetie. Even okay, honey. You want it? Because I don't really want this right now. You don't want it? No, I don't. You eat it. Eat the donut stick that I got for you. You got some donut sticks? Donut stick. Rock. Y'all, I am trying to get this out. This child is interrupting me. Good Lord, have mercy. So, anyway, the classes, there's this reading that I do for you. It's a magical abilities reading, and it's also a life path counseling session. Because if I teach you magic, which I'll teach you both white and black and gray magic, okay, and everything in between. But if I teach you, I have to give you some kind of life path counseling so that you won't take what I teach you and use it for evil, okay, like Chucky did in Child's Play. Okay, hold on a second, guys. Okay. Anyway, so protecting children against evil witches and witchery and because see what happens is that when you are a witch, most witches work with the dead. There's a lot of us that practice necromancy, but I actually clear out my house after. I mean, even when you contact spirits to do a reading, in my opinion, that is a form of necromancy because you're communicating with the dead. So what they do is they'll send in tranquil spirits. There's been angry spirits that have came through. There's been violent spirits that will come through, and your child will literally be sitting up there having symptoms of this autism crap they talking about, which I don't believe in. I don't really believe in autism, you guys. I'm sorry. That's BS because especially when a person has the ability to be themselves, I believe in demonic possession. I am a high priestess. I've been around for a long time. I'm 42 years old. I've seen a lot. I've experienced a lot. So I know what I'm talking about. And I firmly believe that uh, a lot of this will come from the elders, sometimes even the ancestors. Okay. Some of y'all that have I'm going to be honest with you. Some of y'all that have biracial children, some of you guys are experiencing negative spiritual energy because your ancestors are not wanting that in their bloodline. But that can even happen even if you're not. That happens anyway. But it happens even more if you have a biracial child. So just to let you guys know that, I think that you better understand that going into it, you want to spiritually protect yourself. Christianity does not really protect witches either, just to let y'all know. We're not under that umbrella. If you are a natural born witch, eventually you're going to have to learn your craft. You're going to have to learn it. You're going to have to learn this stuff, okay? Because technically you'll be alive. You'll be alive like if you grow up in a Christian family, or you decide that you're going to be Christian, you know, spirit will keep you alive, and they'll keep the necessities, but trying to go past that, they're not going to want you to do that.
Hey, Mom, one stick.
You want what? The donut stick?
A donut stick.
Okay.
Block.
What are you talking about, block?
No.
What is that?
Stick.
Oh, okay, here.
No.
Hold on a minute, you guys.
What's
Hold on.
this one?
Honey, that is, hold on.
No.
He's acting like he's never seen candy corn before. Here, honey.
No.
Hold on, y'all. You like it?
No.
Okay, well then don't eat it then. Spit it out. Spit it into the thing.
No.
Anyway, you guys, I don't have nobody in the chat yet. That's interesting. Okay, cool. Oh, I do. Hey, Orion's daughter. See, I have to switch it over to live chat and not top chat when I'm in here. How you doing? I don't know what time. Yeah, that was a few minutes ago. Hello. So, you know, even doing anything to manipulate the mind of a child, I think is disgusting. Unless you're trying to inspire them in a positive way. But spirits that cause children to be disruptive, which children are going to be disruptive every once in a while, but every single day, your child should not be disrupting everything. Your child should not be upset, angry, mad, going through 3,000 different emotions every day. You know, I can actually see sometimes what y'all got to do, take a picture of the child. Okay, see, this is how I would do a spiritual investigation. If you called me and was like, Jamila, my child is hooter hopping and doing all that crazy stuff, and I'll say, take a picture of the child and send it to me, I'll be able to see that demon, capture it, and get rid of it. I can do a lot through pictures. So sometimes, even if you in the same room with your child and they start acting up, take a picture of them and do work on that picture, because you're going to capture that demon swarming around your chat. The reason why I say that is because I've been an empathic child that was also a medium. And now that I think back, I remember being attacked by these same entities. When you have parents that decide to ignore it and don't have an interest in helping their child, because even Christians will have a preacher come in and bless their home. These people do nothing. They do nothing but maybe spank the child, and that's it. I mean, you can, yeah, children should fear consequences, absolutely. But when you have something that is in control of your children, or something that's in control of your child or trying to, and you're fighting back, because ways that you do it, you got to get up and you got to sage. Every day when you get up in the morning, you have to sage when you're under spiritual attack like that. Every day. So imagine if you lived in a big mansion, or, y'all like living in these big houses. Boy, you'd have to let it, woo, I just, and it limits you, because then you like, well, god dang. But that's a part of that. You'll start to, once you start to realize that something is attacking you, you're gonna end up getting, because a lot of people will get smaller spaces just so that they'll have less room to be attacked, because y'all know these big houses, they be haunted sometimes. You know what I'm saying? But for me, every place is haunted because I'm a freaking medium. So some places are haunted with good spirits and some places good and bad. Now, I'm gonna tell y'all something. This well, I'm not gonna say that because I might give away my location. Anyway, guys, I don't believe in doing that. If I have a problem with you, I'm going to come to you as an adult. I'm not going to attack your children. Why would I attack your womb? I feel like, great, have children, because guess what? Those children are going to teach you responsibility, hopefully. I know that I've never been the type of person to just attack somebody, just freelance attacks on people. But, and I would never teach my children to do that. And hopefully you won't teach your children to do that. Hey, Robin. Hello. How are you, dear? So, when you have that stuff, there is things that you can do. Sadly, y'all, there has been so many demonic spirits. That's why I be asking y'all to pray for my baby Jacob, because he had this one spirit on him, and sometimes it comes back up to where he'll just open up his mouth real wide and just downward and scream. Oh my God, when that spirit pops up, you got to have some Palo for that spirit. It's almost like a zombie or like some kind of alien. And if it is alien, of alien nature, it's got to go, because somebody was saying, oh, well, it's something that's communicating through him. I said, yeah, and it's not a good thing sometimes, but you can sage, you can use Palo. Really, the only thing you can do is light up your black and your white and your red candles. But you got to find out the source, which is why it's good to also know your divination. So you can protect your family from it, but I feel like if you or your child is a targeted individual, you're going to probably have some sort of energy that's going to come through on a daily basis. Some kind of something is going to get in, because it's coming from, and like an outer realm. It's, you know what I'm saying? And you do have to look at your child's portals. Okay, listen, Jacob is one of the most vulnerable people that I know. His chart is filled with Pisces. It just, Pisces, Jacob is a Pisces sun, Pisces moon, Pisces Mercury. That boy is a true Pisces. He just Pisces, and one day that's going to be a strength for him, because he able to do so much. But now that he's a baby, it's like he's vulnerable because of that. And so what I've been trying to do is shut down those portals. It's not that you're binding your child's power, but you are blocking things from getting in through that child's vulnerability. Now, if there's some children that are less vulnerable. For example, one of my other children who's an Aries, she in control. She always gonna be in control of herself. This child has always been. Let me just tell you something. I've never been worried about. I'm not worried about any of my children, because I already know that a lot of this stuff they're gonna learn, they're gonna grow, they're gonna get stronger, and they'll be okay. You know what I'm saying? But When it comes to my daughters, I said, "Oh, these are some survivors," and they're just because they're survivors doesn't make them sluts. They clump independent, free thinking women into the category of a slut, don't they? That's all they are. That's all you are, is just a slut or a hoe. Am I lying or am I flying? That's what they do. Anytime anybody stands up for what they believe in, all of a sudden you get I don't want to say ad hominem attack, but any kind of stereotype that people can think of you. That's typically how childish people behave. For example, if they have a beef with a person of another race, they're going to instantly go and talk about what their other race did in the past, and it's like, man, I'm telling you, about 70 to 80% of the people in this world carry anger and unresolved issues with them that they tend to just go around the globe and try to trigger other people. That's why I said, ooh, this internet might be going kind of slow, y'all. This internet might be. Go ahead, Orion's daughter. I would love to. And we talked on, I think, yeah, we did talk, didn't we? I talked to so many people, guys. You know what I'm going to start doing? Whenever you guys call me, I'm just going to start saving your name in my phone so that I can know exactly who you are when you call me. I'm going to start doing that because when you save your, numbers in your phone, if they call your Google Voice number, their name will pop up. Okay. So hold on, guys. I'll be right back. I'll be right back. I'm sorry about that. I am so sorry. I went ahead and topped up my data because that internet was just not catching on, and I just really, I can't wait till I get my internet back. Okay, guys. So yeah, Orion's daughter. Yes, if you cash at me, definitely text or email me. I would prefer for you to text me and just tell me who you are and then I'll have your phone number and I'll be able to send you the booking link through text message, okay, to schedule your appointment. Okay, let me know when I'm back, you guys. Jacob is over here acting like my little gremlin right now, so he's he's funny today. I know. Thank you, Robin's Realm. Yeah, I want y'all to pray for him. Like I feel like when there's stuff like that going on, a lot of times us as women have to get together as a coven and protect our children because and I think that that's good to have that kind of support and that kind of network, and that's why I've been trying to bring together a group. I am a solitary practitioner though, you guys, but I do work very well with others. But most of the time I work by myself, but that's going to be a part of my expansion. Okay. Which is something that I want to do because being a solitary practitioner, it it's definitely a choice, but if it's something that you would like to change or either have a larger support system, then there's nothing wrong with that. You don't have to feel bad for that because I feel like women should do that anyway because the men are doing it. The men are doing it. Okay, so why can't the women do it? And I believe that's why my grandmother was so strong because she was a part of the Eastern Star, which is basically a coven. Okay. So yeah, we stand together but stand alone. And I feel that we should stand together, especially when it's time. And if anybody hears or feels something coming in or sees something coming in, you let each other know. Because the negativity is gonna kick in when your blessings is coming in. Because they trying to feed off of that or take that or you know, then you got the energy of greed. So we dealing with a whole new set of demons, which greed and envy. You know what I'm saying? Is kind of what you step up to. But even that, in my opinion, I wouldn't. You know what? I wouldn't let those people affect me. Like you know what I'm saying? Like just it's kind of like one. You know, once you get to a certain point, you know. But yes, Orion's daughter, you can just cash at me and then make sure that you guys text me. Some people call me after they cash at me, but I can't always pick up. It depends on if I'm even near my phone. But I usually have my phone right next to me. You know what I'm saying? So, and what was I gonna say? Y'all can also I do accept PayPal on Etsy, you guys. So, and I've been using Etsy quite a bit. That's where you can also purchase your classes, but I highly recommend getting that life path reading because I think that if you are a natural witch, just learn witchcraft. And then that way, I mean, I can do work for you, but to be honest with you, it's probably going to be something that you're going to have to deal with yourself, which is why more students have been coming because when a practitioner removes something from you or does something for you, those energies can sometimes come back because they're just attached to you. So it's how they say it's better to teach a man to fish than to fish for him than to buy him fish because if you buy him some fish, he'll eat for that one day, but if you teach him how to fish, he'll eat for a lifetime. So, that's that principle. So, and I'll be, like I said, I'll have several of you guys in rotation. Classes are going to officially start. Now, depending on the time frame, I like to give you guys a couple of weeks. Now, if you got an emergency like that, then I'll probably just do a cleanse for you. But sometimes it's not advised for me to do work for some of y'all. I can do work for a lot of you guys, but sometimes it's stuff that you just gonna have to learn yourself. So if you go to a practitioner and they remove something for you from you and you do good for a while, but then that stuff comes back after a few years or that ought to let you know. And then also it's not the practitioner's fault because you saw their work and the things that they did open up for you. But then those same energies ended up coming back because they were sort of attached to your, what do you want to call that? I guess your karma, I guess your past. Maybe they were attached to your husband, your wife, even kids. Kids can be born with certain things. They can be born with certain spirits and certain things about themselves. And so it is an individual experience when it comes to raising children, is what I can tell you. But you can always tell, like, when a negative spirit is attacking a child, especially when they are asleep. So you can try to put like mugwort underneath their pillow or inside of the pillowcase. You can try to do that for while your child is asleep. You can also surround you hot foot powder is a good thing too. Hot foot powder really works. Um, Herbs is good too. I truly believe. Now, some of these herbs you want to be careful with when it comes to children, such as kava kava. You want to be very careful when it comes to kava kava in children. But other than that, I mean, if your child is having anxiety or having like an anxiety attack or like a spiritual attack to where they're melting down and they're saying stop it, please stop, then kava kava ain't gonna hurt you as much as and let me tell you something. There have been people that have been hospitalized because of these attacks. I'm gonna tell you what's another good herb is hops. Hops is what they use to process beer. They use hops in beer, but hops by itself is a it You know how people can go into like those psychoses to where they are afraid, they're going through some kind of manic episode. That's what that's good for. And it kind of has like a poop smell to it. It kind of smells like booty a little bit. It doesn't smell as bad as valerian root, but valerian root is really good for if the heart chakra is being attacked. So that's a way for you to protect yourself. Have you like a little mixture, tea mixture, if you're dealing with psychic attacks on your kids that has a little bit of valerian root in it, and then you just start making your teas. Start making your tea. You start drinking it. You can make a child a tea. It's okay to herbs are amazing for kids. They make herbal mixtures and tinctures that you can buy that are created by people that know what they're doing. But then you can also just make them some tea if that's all you have. If you've got like certain herbs that will benefit them. That's just like roasting marshmallows brings good energy to your kids and your family. It brings the family together. But giving them, you can give them a little bit of marshmallow root in their tea. It's okay to give kids a little bit of those herbs. And I said it, it's better than giving them some kind of psychotropic medication, in my opinion. So I mean, as long as you are under the guidance of some kind of herbalist or natural doctor, or either sometimes a voodoo doctor can help you remove those energies. The If an energy keeps coming back, you need to check the root chakra. It could be something coming from your child's father or something coming from your side or both. That's when you got a double-edged sword bull being pointed at you. That's when you really have to get your protection down pat. You have to really learn how to also fire. The fiery wall of protection has been one of the most effective. So you guys can look that up. It's called the fiery wall of protection. And there's actually an oil that you can make. There's an oil that you can make. I got to make me another batch of it. But there's an oil that you can make called fiery protection oil. And, you can just get in the habit, especially during certain times. Okay, especially during certain times, those energies can get worse, especially during Mercury retrograde. A lot of people don't really know how to handle Mercury retrograde. And then what Spirit wants to say is that there are way too many people out here that don't know how to settle their differences. Maybe those people have a place. Maybe they do. I personally think that it's very chaotic. It's very harmful to the mind, body, and spirit. Personally, in my opinion. Do I believe that chaos is necessary for the world to go round? No, I don't. There's some people that think, well, you know, that's that dark energy, but we already got enough dark energy in the universe. So I think people should learn how to settle their differences. At some point, there's got to be a time where you can say, okay, unless you're capitalizing off of that negative energy, which, hey, it's your choice. I don't judge anybody, but I do let you know that that can be tearing yourself down. It's okay, Orion's daughter. I did answer, but I'll go ahead and repeat it. You can go ahead and cash at me. I do have openings. I may have one more opening for today, but I am open for tomorrow, and you'll be able to schedule your appointment anywhere from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. Eastern. Okay. And yes, if you cash app me, make sure that you guys text me, because Cash App doesn't give me your phone number unless you put your phone number in there. So text me at 770-686-7461 whenever you send me a Cash App payment, and then I'll give you my booking link to schedule your appointment. All right, dear. I'm excited. I'm looking forward to doing your reading too. And you know what? I want you to come back and give a review. So, okay, guys. I'm gonna get ready to wrap this up. One other thing that I wanted to mention, which is kind of like something that probably isn't that important unless you're planning on mailing me something, is Divine Services, my company's mailing address. I actually did post it up for you guys that send me stuff. There are a lot of you that have work scheduled where I have told you to send me something, either a piece of your clothing, a piece of your hair, um, a piece of a target's hair, a piece of clothing. If I've told you to mail that to me, you can mail it to that address. No, that is not my physical address where I am living at. Of course not. Of course I wouldn't give that out. But it's an address where I'll get it like the next day. I'm using a mail forwarding service, okay, instead of a PO box, because I don't want the inconvenience of having to go and pick up mail. I'd rather it get delivered to me. So yeah, so that's where that address is for. That address is a good address. It's You can't go to that address and find me, but you'll be able to send in your stuff, or send. Some people have to send me in. I do accept payments by check, so some of y'all have to mail me a check. Okay, if I cash the check, all I have to do is go to a bank, wherever you bank at. I'm sure they're probably local in my town. And then there's also Zelle. Okay, so Zelle is a new thing, and it actually works pretty well, but when you do Zelle, I think you have to give your account number, and so that has to be with people that you could possibly trust. I don't know, but I know that I don't know if I'm going to be using Zelle anymore, because anyway. But that's my company address, the address that I posted. And you'll be able to send stuff in through that. And I know people was like, why is she posting that? Because people mail me stuff all the time. And so you can just put it in your address book. Some people keep addresses really good like that. And then whatever you have to mail, or I'll just send it to people. But there's some people that were asking me to, do you have a PO box or whatever? And that was the answer. So yeah, we do have a mailing address where you can send your stuff to, and there it is. Okay. Anyway, guys, I will see you guys later. I'm gonna go. Okay, we at 44 minutes, which is a good. Yeah, I know a lot of people are always so excited about their readings, especially if you've been waiting. And so yeah, but I do have, like, because I know I have a few people that are scheduled today, and then a couple of clients that I'm going to be dealing with by phone. So I've got about one, maybe two openings later on today. It depends on if I get a good meditation session in, because I'm open till 10 p.m. Eastern. So anyway, guys, also to clear up how to purchase readings and what payment do I accept. You guys can purchase readings either through Cash App. Make sure you text me afterwards or email me to let to give me your contact info, or you can pay by Etsy. Okay, and you can actually use your PayPal on my Etsy. Okay. The website is mainly going to be used for people that are purchasing spell work. Okay, but you can also use your PayPal to purchase spell work through Etsy, because a lot of people like using PayPal. So I do accept PayPal, just to let y'all know. Okay. All right, y'all. I will see y'all later. Say bye to Jacob, guys, and love and light to you guys. I got a surprise coming up for y'all, too. Y'all going to love it. So I'll see you guys later. Okay. Don't ever give up on your dreams. Whenever you feel like giving up on your dreams, call to your guardian angel. And if you can't reach them, you guys know y'all can reach me, okay? Keep it pushing and never give up. Even if it's a spirit telling you to give up, just, maybe be patient, wait a little while longer, or you can call the Saint Expedite. But you can do that too, and I'm going to always sing his praises, okay? So I'll see y'all later, okay? Love and light.